All right, y'all, I'm back. Took off yesterday. I had a real bad day yesterday. I'm going to tell y'all about that. They had the guy ready to murder somebody. So this show is going to be kind of fucked up. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I am not prepared, and it's not my fault because my goddamn kids stole my hard drive. They say they didn't, but who else got it? All my shit's on the hard drive. I had to redo, see my little image down there, the farmers. I just did that real quick in Photoshop. My little intro, I had to go find that. I'm like, where my stuff at? Stop playing with me. Oh, what was I looking for? Hold on. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so I didn't even announce tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and freestyle. Now, the name of the show, as y'all know, I'm gonna get to why yesterday was a bad day. And then I'm going to tell you about why today was a good day up until these niggas finessed my hard drive. So, oh yeah, so the name of the show is I Said It First. So I'm going to always share with you. Now, my plan, I had it all set up. I took the clip of the video, my show from Monday night, I believe. What's today? It's Thursday. Oh, that's midnight. Okay, but it's really Wednesday. But it's Thursday. So on Monday's show, because I didn't do a show on yesterday. So Monday's show, I told y'all what would happen with Cuomo going hard on the whole letting the police enforce social distancing. I said, watch. This is going to end badly. I said it first. So that's why, you know, when I run for president under the banner of the American Farmers Party, it's about leadership. It's about seeing problems before they develop. Now, Cuomo's y'all little white knight now. That's who y'all Democrats are thinking is going to come save y'all. Because he shows leadership qualities. That's that neoliberal bullshit crime bill leadership. Lock niggas up, but talk a good game. Talk about all that shit that black people like to hear. Meanwhile, lock their ass up. Like Clinton. Like Obama. Y'all Jesus. So Cuomo decided to have police crack down on social distancing, right? I'm like, which police? Does he got some good police? Some woke police somewhere with different kind of training? Because the police going to do what police do. I believe if you told the police, look, y'all can't fuck with black people no more, or you're going to get sent to prison the rest of your life, they wouldn't know what to do. That's just how they're trained. It's not that they're dreaming about being racist. Some of them are. But it's reflexive at this point. It's muscle memory. Pay attention to black people. So my man Ansar Ali sent me this link. I'm going to do the screen share. But first I need to, I got to go to, do this. Okay. Then let me go back to Ecamm Live. And I'm going to do screen share. All right. So you read that title. Now this is yesterday. All right. I did my show the day before that. Proof. So I didn't read this article first. I made the prediction. I saw the headline. Let me show you what I read. So let me go here. Okay. I read this article to you guys on Monday night. Cuomo says police to enforce social distancing. And I told y'all, I said, this is going to end badly. I gave you, oh, that's right. I said next week's news today. Didn't even take a week. At least I was wrong on that point. I thought it would take a little bit of time. I said the next thing you're going to hear in about a week or so is stories of how police are treating black folks different than white folks. I said this on tape. Now, go here. What does the thing say? I can't see it because the damn screen's annoying. Hold on. NYPD under fire for starkly different responses to violations of social distancing orders over the weekend. See the white folks, the way they're treated, looks like, was that Central Park maybe? Maybe not, I don't know. Some nice park where the cops are nice to. And on the other side, somebody get mushed. It's predictable. See, these things don't take rocket science. Okay? Hold on. All right, I'm back. They don't take rocket science. Just take a little bit of intuition. You don't have to be that smart, actually. You can just think, okay, what normally happens? Remember stop and frisk? Something about New York is this real progressive city with some real unprogressive policing. Doesn't matter who the mayor is, or the governor in this case. But y'all want Cuomo to come save y'all. I'm telling you people, it's third party time. American Farmer Party time. If you want me to be president, I'll run. I don't have to. We need to recruit The Rock or somebody. Or maybe Mark Cuban. Somebody with some name recognition. We get this thing popping. Get my little material ready. So I can, I got my little windbreaker on because I'm about to open this window. Last time I got cold. So yeah, yesterday I had a bad day. It started off bad because I got a text from this parent talking about like your daughter's being mean to my son. And I don't really care about that. That's like, I don't want to name any names. I'm going to let that part go. But that part was fine, actually. I like it when, people, put people back on their heels, check them. So I wasn't mad about that part. But then that prompted me to look at all the little group messages. Because I'm not a good parent in the sense where I don't have all that parental monitoring and all that shit installed. I need to do it probably. I probably did it a few years ago. The cat's out the bag now. But so I'm looking at the messages, and this is my 11-year-old daughter. Okay, this is not a teenager yet. This is the pre-teenie, the sweet one, the last sweet kid I have left. And she's she plays video games, and they have this thing called Discord. It's like, I guess, messaging thing for gamers. So when I'm telling you she was cursing like a sailor, I mean like a fucking sailor. Hold on. Oh, look, my man, Kevin. What up? We got Kevin Seiler now. Oh, fuck. How does shit work? I got Ron Robinson in the house. Damn, man. I'm trying to put their comments on the screen, but it ain't working. Hold on. I probably got to do it like this. Put it over here. There we go. What up, Crip? That's my man, Ron Robinson. Let's get Kevin Seiler up in there. What's up, Kev? You know Mark on Facebook now. You need to holler at him. Kevin, my man. Uh-oh, we got Donald Parker from back in the Norton days. Let's get Donald up in there. What up, homie? One of the twins. What's up, Donald? How your brother doing? Man, I lost my train of thought. Donald ain't seen me while Donald, I'm about to smoke. Kevin though. I know Rod though. But so yeah. She was cursing like a sailor. I know what was going on. I was like, this is my baby. And it wasn't like the all right, that's good. Glad your brother doing good. It wasn't like the boys were leading. Like she was the leader. Cursing. So that started off my day bad. I had to deal with the reckoning that my daughter's foul mouth behind my back. And she's the sweet one. That's my sweet kid. Then I get this message. I got a notice on my door to stop construction on the garage. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this about? So my racist neighbor, I can't stand this bitch. And she's a nurse. So that's probably what subconsciously led to my rant on nurses. Because they want to make job titles heroes. Some of the motherfuckers is assholes. Okay? It is big government for you. My boys took the initiative, hung some drywall in the garage. That's it. Just hung drywall. We weren't trying to convert the garage into a rental unit. We weren't trying to install plumbing. Just drywall. I get a summons from the code enforcement people. I got a $2,000 fine. Let me repeat that. Hanging drywall in a garage, I got a $2,000 fine. But here's the thing. They picked the wrong nigga to fuck with. Okay? I got my lawyer. I'm not going to say his name. He's a big time lawyer. All right? I'm suing the city. I'm suing the police. I pulled my police records, right? My neighbor has called the cops on me like 13 to 15. I can't remember that, but in the mid-teens over the last couple of years for nothing. I'm talking about kids walking down the steps on a Saturday morning. She calls the cops because it's too loud. You know, the houses are like, it's in town, so it's like city houses, right? I'm in my garage playing music, lifting weights. Call the cops. So it's harassment. Now, when I call the cops, because this bitch ran into my what do you call it, trash cans. Well, let me back up. So one time, my downspout from the gutter was off. I don't know how it came off, but I think I know how now. She calls code enforcement for that. And I had to get it fixed within a certain amount of time. Right? Okay. Or else get fined like something crazy, like $400. So I got my downspout fixed. And then lo and behold, let me move this thing over here. I catch her ass coming home late one night. Let me do the other one. Hold on. And she ran into my downspout. Oh, I gotta mute the other one. Oh, damn. This one's in my way. Let me do this one. So I call the police. I'm like, this bitch ran into my downspout, almost knocked it over, and she the same one that had me in court for my downspout being missing. So you know what the white police officer told me? I should move. I, the veteran, tax-paying citizen, should move because this bitch ran into my downspout. So when I got this summons today, not this, whatever it is, the notice to stop work, I said, I went down to the police station. I said, I'm suing everybody. All y'all in it. Either y'all going to be on my side or her side, because this is war now. I'm not that dude to play with. I filed my appeal with the Board of fucking Construction or something like that. And I read the law. See, that's these motherfuckers don't realize. See, most of y'all don't follow up. Oh, and let me tell y'all what happened with my plane ticket. I digress. Let me go. I'm going to come back to the construction thing. So I posted a while back about a Vago. A Vago is like one of those middleman travel broker things or whatever. I had a plane ticket for Finland. And obviously the Rona situation squashed that. I was supposed to go to Finland back in March. Okay. Now it's May now. I still ain't got my money, but check this out. So a Vago is essentially like, let's say, I don't know, Travelocity or whatever. But I didn't even go to Avago's website. You go to Kayak and you view the deal and you do it. So I ended up on Avago. I was like, who the fuck are they? But whatever. They were rated high at the time. The ratings are plummeting now because of this whole refund shit, which I helped lead. Thank you very much. And this is the power of the people. This is what we got to do. We got to fight back more. So Avago, my ticket was like $750, something like that. They're like, well, guess what? Good news. We get you a full refund. I'm like, all right, cool. Full refund. Minus the $100 service fee. I was like, you out your fucking mind. I don't pay no service fee. They're like, well, read the fine print because it says there's non-refundable fee. There's no dollar amount listed for cancellations or alterations. And the ticket's non-refundable. I said, well, genius. I'm getting a refund. Therefore, that negates your whole premise. Besides, the inference there is cancellations or alterations by the purchaser, not the fucking government of the world. Okay? I did not initiate the change. So therefore, I want all my fucking money back. And I had the trip insurance. Okay? So they're like, that's standard policy. Or else, what? I said, what? I'm not going to agree to that. So they kept sending me emails and asking me to agree to the service fee in order to get my ticket refunded. And I said, you can go straight to hell. I'm not doing that. And this is what I did. I filed a complaint with the consumer protection agency or something like that. So when Elizabeth Warren started, thank you, Elizabeth. There's the Department of Transportation has the thing. I filed a complaint there. And then what the real kicker was, there's one more site I complained at or, government thing. And then I went to my credit card company. I challenged the charges. Okay. In the interim, now you remember they said their standard fee was $100. I got a call from like a third party. It's almost like a bill collectors. Like you have a bill at a hospital. They'll call you up first and eventually they'll sell that debt to a collection agency and they'll harass the shit out you. And whatever, let's say you owe the hospital 100. When the bill collectors, the agencies come after you, it's 150. Okay. So now I got some third party calling, trying to sell the debt back to me at a profit to give a Vago they 100 and they gonna rake off the top. So this nigga was calling me, said, we'll give you a full refund minus the $175 or $200 fee. And he said the word standard fee. I said, I said, man, you who do you think you're talking to? I'm not agreeing to shit. And it ain't standard, obviously, because that's the second price I've heard. Fast forward a week after that, I get another call from another person, this time a guy from Avago, not a third party. And they're all foreign, like they have a foreign accent. And he said, sir, we can give you the full refund minus the $125 standard fee. I said, homeboy, what's your email address? Gives me email. So I didn't send him the email. I forwarded him all the email exchanges that I already have with Avago. And I summarized it. And I said, your standard service fee seems to be pretty variable. The exact opposite of a standard. He calls back. Oh, and then I sent him all the links and the receipts I had from all the places I had. Then there's Trustpilot. I reviewed them there because that's where they were 5-star before. And then in their email footers, they still show the image of them being a 5-star rated company from Trustpilot. At the time This is a few weeks ago. They're already down to 3.5 stars. So I threatened them. I said, in addition to the lawsuit that's going to come your way, if I don't get all my money, I'm going to get you guys for false advertising, yada, 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 yada. This motherfucker, this is the $125 guy. He calls me right back, says, we're going to give you a full refund. I said, what do you mean by full? Let's be clear, because y'all niggas is liars. He said, no, we're going to give you a full refund. I was like, all right. We need you to, I said, I'm not doing shit. Just give me the full refund. I got to sign nothing. So that's where we are. I'm waiting for my full refund. But I won. Oh yeah. So the other thing, what was I talking about? So I went down. Yeah, I filed my appeal today for the. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I digress. So there's the NJAC. That's the code system with New Jersey, and he cited the code, which was like 23-1A or some shit like that. That was supposedly in violation of. Okay, and it's a $2,000 fine. But here's what he's going to do me a solid though. He said, well, if you just take down the drywall and pay a $400 fine, I'll let it go. I said, I ain't going to take down shit. I'm going to sue you. He said, sue me personally? I said, yeah, I'm going to sue you personally. I'm going to sue the city, and I'm going to sue that bitch next door. Oh, and guess what? So I knew the bitch was racist, okay? Now, on the other side, there's a Latino family. And the rest of the neighborhood is all white, pretty much. Who does she call the cops on? The black family and the Latino family. Relentlessly. It don't never stop. It's like, well, am I fucking running a crime ring over here? We don't do shit. We're just regular folks, right? So I walked over to, now me and the Latinos, we're cool, but we never like really like kicked it or hung out. So I went over to my man and his wife and I said, look, does this lady, harass y'all, call the cops? They just were like, yes, God, I wish we're waiting to somebody, approach us, blah, blah. So they told me the stories that they went through way worse when I thought I had it bad with her. This bitch next door, this nurse white bitch, the racist, threatened to kill the Latino family. They're drunks too. They like to play it all cute when the cops come and be, that entitled kind of voice, like they smart, but she really not that smart. She's an alcoholic. So I can imagine her doing this drunk and her little deadbeat son who's like 30 almost, still living at home. She said the lady next door said she's gonna kill her. And they had a 4-year-old girl at the time. Called her a bitch. An adult called that little child, cute little girl too. Not that matters, but still, called her a bitch. But she feels like this is her America and we got to go. Okay, but Big Bang take Little Bang. I told that bitch today, matter of fact, because she backed her car in and touched my property, and I let her have it. Okay, I said, you're gonna lose. I got more money than you, and I got money to burn. I don't give a damn how much the lawsuit costs. And my lawyer gonna hook me up because that's my man. We're gonna run this through the mud. The DA, the police. Oh, and then that cop that told me to leave, I filed an internal affairs investigation on her ass. Okay, the farmer house, the God don't play. We gonna get it right. Right, Shayna. Can't be in their neighborhoods, but I'm here doing it. I think I got a little more in this one. Oh, that's the other thing. I told y'all when the games come back, first of all, I told you to be back in May. They're going to start balling. And this is a few shows ago. And I said it's going to be in LA, not Vegas. I think it was the Lakers or the Clippers or maybe both. There was an article today in Bleacher Report talking about they expect to be back practicing or doing some shit May 16th. So a week and a half from now. Now, I haven't seen an article yet. I did see that one reference to the state. No, I'm sorry. The NBA was trying to apply for tier 2 within the state of California. So I guess the way California is doing it, tier 1 would be, I don't know, like grocery stores, whatever. Tier 2 would be the next thing that's going to be unquarantined. Basketball is trying to be tier 2 in California. And that was several days after my prediction. So I'm telling y'all, when the games come back, they're going to play them in LA. And y'all have to bow down and respect to God. Now, I'm going to hit this joint one more time. My man, here's the thing I found interesting. I know a lot of interesting people. I think sometimes we get it twisted and we look externally as if the people who we see on TV are more interesting than the people we know just from high school, people you actually are friends with on Facebook. So as I'm doing this show, I'm like interviewing folks that I know, and there's like good fishing. The other day I had my man Jonathan Boygard, and like I told y'all, this is not a nigga you would expect to be a psychotherapist. And he's supposed to come on tonight, but I don't know if he's going to make it or not. And the subject tonight was going to be, why do women lie in court? I bet Shane going to have something to say about that. And it's true, and y'all know this. Every man, especially every black man knows this. I don't give a shit if it's baby mama, ex-wife, or whatever. They do their case filing, the filing statement, whatever it's called. You reading that shit like, who the fuck is this? I did what? This sounds like a bad person. He need to be in jail. But it ain't me. They be lying. And I think it's something, I think it has to do with the fact, my man, take over. What's up, Aaron? Let me put him up in there. He ain't been in there yet. Aaron is a homeboy from the neighborhood. His mama was my teacher. She couldn't stand my ass. We got to like Aaron, comedian. I'm going to have to interview him. I interviewed my man Johnny. We're talking about mental health for black folks, right? Because, we don't do that. No, I don't. Like I told him, I thought that shit was gay to talk to a counselor, but I guess we all do need a little mental health. We're all a little crazy and whatnot. My homeboy Ron runs a private security firm. Got famous people. Okay. My man Dakim Allah is a farmer growing a product you all love. Y'all see my black too? Yeah, let's do it, Aaron. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's go. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my nephew on, Galadar. He going to talk about the Hebrew Israelite nation. I've always been curious about that shit. The uniforms, why all them niggas big. I don't know which religion's right, but I know which religion's going to win the gang fight. I'm going to jump in with the Hebrew Israelites. You got to play like linebacker at least to be on a squad. That's my man, Johnny. JB.
Hello?
Hey, hit me up on Skype, and then I can punch you in.
Log in from the computer.
All right, I'm live now, nigga. I can't talk to you. Just hit me on Skype.
Shit.
All right, peace. We low budget over here, but we gonna blow up. Don't worry. And speaking of which, if y'all know anybody that's good with like doing this whole social media shit, because a lot of things that I said, I see other shows saying, I want to get, it's not that I'm tripping. Here we go. I'm going to answer my man JB. I'm going to switch to screen 3. Oh, wait. Switch to screen 3. Hey! What's up, fam?
What's going on?
Th-
Trying to remember grandson room with some lighting.
You look like you were taking pictures from jail or something.
Nah, I ain't in no cell.
So, JB, like I told you, I wanted to bring you on. I want to talk about why do women, in particular, at least from my perspective, black women lie so goddamn much in court. Talk to me.
Why does anybody lie in court? They want to win. They want to get what they want, and they want to make sure the other person don't get what they want.
But hold on. Do I don't know about you, but I never lied in court.
Right. But see, here's the thing: you don't the facts. The fact you were in your favor, so you didn't have to lie.
No, no, because the main thing is money, right? I didn't lie about how much money I made.
Well, I mean, that's kind of unless you've been hiding your money all along, it's kind of hard to lie about it when you got financial documents.
Yeah, I
But see,
don't
so
have a
what?
job.
Right. But I get it. So what I'm saying though, is that just like anybody else, people want to get what they want. People lie to get what they want in court. They want to punish and get back at the other person.
But hold on. Nah, I think you're oversimplifying it. I'm just saying, okay, here
What else is the motive to lie?
I get the motive. What I'm saying is where do they get the balls, the temerity to think they can just make up shit and not have any consequence? I think there's a bigger problem at play. I think because I always stress how pendulums go too far,
Hmm.
especially with like all this feminism shit, right? I feel
Hmm.
like at one time, niggas couldn't vote or nothing, and that was a bad thing. Men would beat women, and that was a bad thing. Then they correct that, then they keep going, and next thing you know, niggas gotta sit down and peep.
But the thing is, women aren't the only one that lie in court. So you're
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
why do women lie in court? So whether they're playing the victim role, whether they're what they're doing is they're selling their story, and so they come up with things like you can tell a story. The judge don't know, so the judge got to use his intuition or whatever to see who's lying and try to match that with the facts. So you seem to forget. I went through court for custody, and
I'm about to
she
say, don't say
totally
the other one.
no, she totally went and played the victim role, and the judge and the mediator bought it, and then the next time around, the
that
judge and mediator saw right through it.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is the point you're missing. This because I think you want to be more even handed. This is what I'm saying. Of course, like if I thought I could just say whatever the fuck I want in court and get things to go my way, I might consider it.
Right.
Okay. The reason why, and this is the part you're missing, the reason why women lie more in court is because they get away with it.
Here's the thing. I could say whatever. They don't get away with it in the sense of the judge believe them. That's the way they get away with it. So if I could just throw out some random stuff, there's no way to prove it. But the whole point of it is for me to get what I want out of this.
Here's what happened to me. And it's even Shayna says, it's like this I'm saying, she's admitting it. Men have to know that hell have no fury like a woman scorn, right? Why is it a saying? It's a saying because they're petty.
But okay, and they want to win. They want to, and they want to make sure that you don't win. And they want to make sure that your life is miserable as they possibly can. And when somebody feels powerless, but this is the only way for me to have some type of get back, then that's what I do. So I'll go lie.
All right, so when I went through my divorce, and I ain't gonna get into too many particulars, right? You have to file when you get divorced, you file what they call a case information statement.
Hmm.
And that's an affidavit. It's a legal document.
Right.
Okay. So perjury would be the consequence of being caught in a lie.
Okay.
Okay. So it was like the first or second point because basically, and here's the other part you're forgetting. Let me digress for a second. The the hyperbole is incentivized because if you want to get either they all want to get custody at first because when you get that more than 50-50, you get more money. So you're incentivized to get custody. By default, it's going to be 50-50 unless you can prove what? Domestic violence. So the
Okay.
laws are so stacked against anybody that's been got a temporary restraining order, whatever, or a permanent restraining order. They're going to lose custody. They get more money, and then the die is cash, right? So my
Right.
joint said it was like the first or second thing that they said. They said it was a history of abuse or whatever. So they had to make some shit up. And the
Right.
thing they mentioned was while we're going through court, I try to run them over in the parking lot of the court building.
Okay.
And then here, this what pissed me off. The judge, like when we're going through the trial, the case, or whatever, it's pretty perfunctory. Everything's just like it's like left foot, right foot. You just go through it. They're just very efficient. I'm like, I kept like raising my hand. I was like, I want to talk about this accusation because if I did that, I should be in jail. You know, forget about who's paying
Hmm.
what. They just like it's like the judge knew she was lying, but was like just let it go. And I was like, how do you get up with that? Oh, and then
But because is it pertinent to the line? Is it pertinent to why you guys are in court? So
I
the
don't give a
thing
fuck if
is,
it's pertinent or not. She lied on the oath.
right? Okay. Now, how many times do you see a judge or the court system knowing people lie in court come back and go after them for perjury? Nobody. People lie on the witness stand all the time, but they don't go after them for perjury.
That don't make it right.
I okay. No one said it. So you're saying either you should have been in jail or she perjured herself. The judge don't care because it has nothing to do with the outcome of the case.
But here's the other thing she did, right? In their statement, they try to get a default award, right? And in the statement, they said their part of their justification was I had ample time to respond. I said, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I just saw this shit to be in court. I'm here. They're like, he's lying, blah, blah, blah. And then their proof was they had me that I signed for the thing back how many months ago. So I said, hand me that. They showed me that shit. It was her. She came to the house, got the mail, forged my signature, made it look like I had the thing. So I was
Right.
like, hey, she lying. I ain't get the thing. Right?
Right.
Nothing happened.
Right.
That ain't right.
So what? But this no one's saying it's right. But that's not your question. You're asking why do they lie in court? Because they want to win and they want you to suffer.
But
That's
would
the
you? I'd be scared to
lie in
death to
court.
lie in court because I just figured, just why I figured, shit gonna go wrong for me.
Okay. But now you're probably right. Had you pulled a tactic like that, the judge probably would have did something. But okay, she got caught in the lie. Now, if you press the issue, now the judge has a whole different. So does he throw out the whole case because she playing games?
That's what I
Or
wanted
what?
him to do or her to do.
Right.
Because to
But
me, it proves the credibility or the what's the
right.
word? What's the
So,
word I'm looking for? That
so
legal word.
which means at this point her credibility is shot. So now you're probably going to end up favorable.
I
The
did.
same thing.
Actually, you're right. I did. I won basically. You know,
Right.
for the amount I had to end up paying for how much I make, I kind of.
So why take all those side streets when it's not going to affect the outcome?
But that's in my
In my
case because I'm one
in my
nigga.
in my custody case years and years ago, when the judge saw that she was full of it, there was nothing else that she can say. Remember, she ended up owing me support because she came in there with those fake tears, lying, and the judge saw right through it because I had the proof. But she still tried to because she wanted to win and she wanted to make me look bad and she wanted me to suffer.
I hear you, but I'm just saying. I think it's deeper than just courtroom strategy. I think it's also has to do with slavery and shit. I still think black women hate black men because we let them get raped by the white man.
Okay, do you think black women these days even? It could have started there, but
It's in
then
the cellular level now. It's biological. That trauma can be passed on genetically through the protein representation of the genetics. Those are
or
facts.
okay, or right. I, I I talk about how things are passed down. You know, people talk about the generational curse and all that other stuff, but I talk about how things are passed down, not only genetically, but environmentally and so forth through families. You're right. However, how about they are mad at us because we didn't protect them and they've had to play the roles that we should have been playing?
You was raised by a single mom. That's why you feel that way.
And how so? Why do I feel that way?
Because I don't think they played no goddamn roles.
What do you mean? Help me with that.
I think they overrated. But dudes that are raised by a single mom, y'all sensitive to that take. My take is that's bullshit.
Tell me why. But I don't think that's why I see it that way.
It is why.
But
Because
okay,
all the people who were strong in your life were your grandmother and your mother, and you didn't fuck with your father like that.
okay.
I'm saying,
But what I'm saying is, but what you're saying is,
DD.
we allowed them to get raped. I don't understand that.
I'm not saying we did. What's DD? I'm not saying we did. What I'm saying is that that's what they think, and I think maybe subconsciously, maybe we think we should have died more like soldiers. You know, we should just went ahead and you know what I'm saying, went to war when we still had a shot.
Right. So both of those things could be true. I see it a little differently, and it's not because of single mother and all this other stuff. Whether it's systematically, whether it's historically, have black women been put against black men? Absolutely. Even to this day, we at a point where black men try to look prettier than black women. Like there's always a constant. It's a constant battle. It's because, in my opinion, it's because we have a poor sense of self. And for
All from
black men,
slavery. You gotta blame the white man though.
so I was about to say, because black men are always trying to measure themselves against white men.
We'll win a measuring contest.
Well, but so in terms of, is the relationship between black women and black men messed up? Absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm saying what the part you're missing is where you won't go where I'm gonna go. I'm saying it's their fault.
I'm going to say it's the system's fault.
Right. It's the system's fault. Like they're the puppeteer behind it. But I'm saying if you had to pick a side between black men and black women as far as who has been manipulated more by the system, look at this. Me and my man was talking about this the other day, right? The black Twitter feminist crowd went all either they fuck with white dudes or they gay and they hate real niggas, right? It's all about like if you have to be a man with them, you got to wear like, you know, like trousers and, you know what I'm saying, skinny jeans and high waters and funny colored socks. You see what I'm saying? Because real
You gotta bitch yourself down. I get it.
yeah. And what I'm saying is they lean into that shit. Like it's real for them. Like they have found a home and a comfort level being this black intelligentsia on Twitter and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is, when you look now, the flip side of it is so many black men are willing to give up their balls for that. And so you got a lot of black dudes out there who are willing to play the submissive person in the role, be taken care of. On top of not being willing to stand up or even having the resiliency to stand up and be a man.
Oh, but here's the thing. It's more than just it. We're being acted upon too. Like GQ had an album, not an album, a magazine cover a few months back. It said the new face of masculinity.
Right.
And it was that nigga Pharrell
in a dress.
In a dress.
Right. Right. No, I get it.
It's a conspiracy.
So, right. It's not a conspiracy. Well, I mean, you could call it that. But here's the thing. So for years, centuries, decades, there's been this movement to demasculize men.
That's not a word.
But you understand. You know, I don't know if I said it right, but take away our masculinity.
Right. To emasculate.
Okay. Then there's also this They come up with the term toxic masculinity,
which is some bullshit.
which is some bull, right? So now you're flooded with these images of all, this metrosexual, this pansexual, this all these things. And so now it's even bad or toxic to be masculine, to be macho, to live your manhood and walk in your manhood.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm gonna be about on the I Said It First show. We're gonna bring back alpha male shit, but not no meatheads. We don't have no man caves or do fantasy football. We like art and shit, but we also like women and leadership. You
So
understand?
right. So one of the things that I always talk about in my whether I'm working with kids or working with, we want to be so politically correct. We want to get away from what's nature. We want to get
Exactly.
what's innately in us. And then, so therefore, if it's in me to be an alpha male, oh no, you can't be that. So then we basically beat it out of you or shame you out of it, whatever it may be.
Right.
But we innately have roles, and that's how God made us. Just because, you know, all of these different, when you talk about being sexually fluid and all that stuff, just because now that's acceptable, that still doesn't take away the way God made us.
Now, how about you doing your line of work? Can you bring God into it, or would that just blow some people?
Well, no, if the client brings God into it, I'll go there. Not like overboard, but if they say I'm Christian and I believe in God, then I'll use that.
Then you could
But
be
it's not.
like, well, you know what God said. You got to listen.
Well, I don't go that route. But at the same time, in terms of relationship, if you're gonna use the Bible to, you know,
Be your guide.
be your guide and your point of view, then you got to use all of it. So you can't only use what proves your point or for your whatever. You got
What
to use
about the
all of
rule
it.
of thumb? Can you use that?
Say that again.
Can you use the rule of thumb?
What do you mean?
You read the Bible, don't you?
Explain to me what you're asking.
And the Bible say you, long as the twitch is not bigger than the circumference of your thumb, you can beat your wife with it.
I mean, come on. In this day and age,
You the one that said it, nigga.
but what I'm saying is, if so, for instance, if a dude is saying you're supposed to be submissive to me because the Bible said you're supposed to be a submissive wife, but then what does it say that a husband's supposed to be to a wife? Then you got to you can't just use the one side to meet your own needs,
And people do it all the time.
right? And that's why it doesn't work.
I'm trying to add my little overlay. Woo!
But my point is that's why it doesn't, because we want to, just like when people who don't like homosexuality, they use the Bible, and then people with certain parts of the Bible that they think proves that there was homosexuality that was okay in the Bible. They want to use the story of David and Jonathan, and they take that and try to make it look like it was a homosexual relationship, and it wasn't. But okay, so if that's the point, you got to take the part of Sodom and Gomorrah. You can't use pieces of it to for your
I
advantage.
hear you. I hear you. Here's my theory, because I started watching. If you're gonna be black and be accepted in the mainstream media, be that Hollywood, news, whatever, okay, it's like one of three major types, particularly for, well, I'm gonna go both. I'm gonna go both genders. If you're a woman, you gotta be that fat person that white people like Lizzo, right? Or you gotta be lesbian, or you gotta be a monkey, like you got a coon and whatever, or you gotta fuck white dudes. Now, it seems like all the people who are, and it's the flip side, the same thing for men. They either gay, they're like a minstrel show monkey, or they fuck with white girls. They're all like, they're mulattoes. You got to be a mulatto, or you got to fuck with white girls. Okay, and here's the thing: all the people who are new now, the new black like progressive woke leadership, the people always like bitch and moan about um bitch and moan about cultural appropriation and whatnot. They all are in interracial relationships. All of them. Like
Okay.
that dude, John Legend always talking on shit. He don't got a black woman. Uh, what's her name? Be talking on shit. She like white. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta get watered down a little bit.
Okay.
Barack Obama's a mulatto.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think Barack would have got elected if he was all black?
No, and I don't think he'd be elected either if he was a real agent of change. He's Bill Clinton.
I think he did what he could do, but that's another conversation.
Oh, let me ask you this. Oh, let me do my random thoughts. Random. Y'all like this one or this one?
I can't see whatever it is you're showing.
No, the people watching can see it. So I told you about the situation. Not the part about her mama. I'm just deal with the cursing with them kids. How big of a deal? Like, here's my thing. It's like I love my boy children and my male children. I'm sorry, my boys and my girls the same. But I'm more sensitive about my girls. Does that make sense? You're right, Aaron. I do need a graphic artist. So when I see like when I discover stuff like my oldest son smoking weed, little shit, little cursing and stuff, text. It's not that I don't care, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm a male, I know you got to get beat up sometimes. You're gonna have to do some dirty shit, right? But my girls are like little angels. They're like little teddy bears. They're just so, you know what I'm saying? And then when you discover shit about them, I was like, this is my 11-year-old daughter cursing like I curse. What about like what's behind that? And also,
What do you mean? What's behind it? You are.
but why do I feel that way? Why am I so distraught by that when I'm not about my boys?
Because that's just nature. We see our girls differently. You already said it. We see our girls differently. We have a different expectation. It's no different when they start having sex. When your boys start having sex, you're gonna be like, yeah,
Uh,
okay. but but when your girls start having sex, it's you're gonna need therapy.
about speaking there, so with my daughter cursing, should I like is that an issue? Is it like because I feel like my problem is if you feel like you need to talk the way either you're trying to show off for acceptance or you have a
Right.
limited vocabulary.
Right. So I think, is it okay? Obviously, it's not age appropriate, but I personally think it's a teachable moment. And instead of coming down on her, talk to her.
Yes, I do, DD. I also do a lot of other shit that they can't do. Do as I
Right.
say, not as I do. I
Right.
don't play that whole being friends with your kids shit either.
But see, here's the funny part. So once again, I do a lot of family therapy.
Mm.
Funny how when the kids turn out like the parents, and then the parents start tripping.
I don't hear all that
When
bullshit. I
they act
don't.
like you, they act just like you. They talk like you. Who are they learning it from?
I don't
I ain't
care.
saying I ain't saying it makes it right. What I'm saying is you gotta address it.
Here's my thing. You gotta beat your kids over the head to learn anything.
That's not
Coding.
true.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Like they got so confused when it's something academic. You never have to teach these motherfuckers how to curse. Like what you like? Hold on, y'all been practice. Y'all like experts at it. How does that happen? That ain't a question. Did I need to phrase it in a form of a question?
What do you mean? Just how any other kid picks up on stuff, and you be like, "Where they get that from?" They got it from you.
Well, can't they get algebra like that? Can they just pick that up?
Do you go around talking algebra?
Man, whatever. You supposed to be on my side.
I mean, think about it. Okay, they sound just like you. They get it from their parents. Period.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you, JB. Thanks for doing some filler on for me today because I was not paired. Um, Tomorrow on the show, we're going to have San Bernardino comedian Aaron Gohagan, aka Takeover is a Dick. We're going to talk politics and women. And then maybe next week, my man Jonathan Borgard will be on again. We're going to do it next week. We're going to announce his podcast, Indestructible Soul. All right. If y'all don't know where that line's from, Google it. You want to tell them?
Right. So Indestructible Soul. Brother's going to work it out. We're going to get a piece of this rock or gold. Indestructible Soul, Public Enemy. Taken from that song. Brothers, we're going to work it out. We're going to get it right. And
then maybe JB will return the favor, bring me on his podcast, and we can discuss issues. And his is not curse based, so I'll use my office voice. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll find my hard drive. We'll get back on a good pace here. Y'all be easy. Thanks for watching, and check us out again tomorrow at midnight. Thanks, JB.
Peace out.
Peace.